Filmed in Brooklyn, the producer and director of It's Time for a Change were two young activists, Abner Macon and Aaron Lewis, who would later establish a reputation as a community organizer. So this is all about the modifiers, and the things that are modifying need to be as close as possible to the things that are modified. So filmed in Brooklyn needs to be as close as possible to the title of the movie. The producer and the director were not filmed in Brooklyn. Since we're renaming the producer and the director, that needs to be as close as possible to the people who are named. And since we list both of them, so we have Abner Macon, and Aaron Lewis, who would later establish a reputation as a community organizer. So we need to reorganize this so that things are next to each other. The easiest one to start with is the filmed in Brooklyn. A has filmed in Brooklyn the producer and director, which isn't right. Filmed in Brooklyn, two young activists. Nope. Filmed in Brooklyn, It's Time for a Change. So that actually sounds much more like what we're after. Let's see what it does with the rest. Filmed in Brooklyn, It's Time for a Change was directed and produced by two young activists, Aaron Lewis, who would later establish a reputation as a community organizer, and Abner Macon. So this one even makes it clear which of the two of them is going to become the community organizer. So choice C is pretty awesome. Let's check the other ones. So It's Time for a Change was owned and edited by two young activists, Abner Macon and Aaron Lewis, who would later establish a reputation. So again here, the who, it isn't clear which of the two, which one would do it. Now, by default, it would be the one that it's closest to, but since it's a compound phrase here, Abner Macon and Aaron Lewis, it's not entirely clear. And then, and filmed in Brooklyn, that should be back here by the movie title. So not D. E, the producer and director being, well, we can almost stop there. The producer and the director being two young activists, the GMAT really doesn't like absolute phrases like this, especially with the word being. Abner Macon and Aaron Lewis, who would later establish the reputation. And then it says it's published in Brooklyn. We wanted it to be filmed in Brooklyn. So this has all sorts of things wrong with it. Choice C is the one that fixes everything.